What's going on, College Football Nation? My name is Ben Ledoux, and you're watching the Voice of College Football Recruiting channel. You can follow my socials, X and Instagram at BallByBen. In this video today, we are continuing our 2026 Blue Chip Recruiting Class Series with the number 12 player in the nation, Cederian Morgan. As we pull up his 24/7 scouting report here, he is a wide receiver standing at 6'4", 210 pounds. Wow. He attends Benjamin Russell High School out of Alexander City, Alabama. 24/7 Sports Composite has him as the number 12 player in the nation, the number two wide receiver, and the number 1 player out of Alabama. No crystal ball predictions for 100%, but they either got him to Alabama or Auburn, which makes sense because he is from Alabama. And he holds 31 offers from Alabama, Auburn, Florida, Georgia, and Colorado. So this dude can go anywhere as a 5-star, and he has a commitment watch announcing on July 2nd, 2025. So that'd be very intriguing to see that. As we hop into his junior season highlights here, he had 73 receptions, 1,100 yards, and 15 touchdowns. So let's hop right into these videos, or into these highlights. He had 13 minutes and 54 seconds. Again, we're not watching all that, so we're just going to watch about like 4 to 5 minutes and see what we can grasp from these videos. QB chucks up a long ball here to their 6'4" receiver. PI, double covered, snagged it at the top. I love this. We haven't seen a wide receiver in a while, so this is I love this. I love wide receivers. They're probably my favorite position to do scouting analysis on. So we'll be intrigued to see where he lines up, if he's primarily like your outside receiver on the strong side, or if he's going to line up at a little bit of slot. So and then we'll see his route diversification. Is he more of a deep ball guy, or is he more of a do-it-all? Let me get a slant route, let me get a dig, let me get an out, let me get a corner, or of course, after we saw that first clip, let me go up and get the ball at the top. So let's see it. We got a little bit of red zone look. Just a jogging fade. I think he caught that one-handed, but I could be wrong because it was out of frame. Huddle's selling us again, but I love this end zone view. So we got a top of the strong side again. Just jogging, it looks like, but he's running past everybody. He's got some long strides. He's catching everything with his hands. We got a slot look here. I mean, he looks like he's just jogging, but I mean, he's creating separation and he's catching the ball at the highest point. So I want to see some more out of this. I want to see some more looks. Got a celebration flag, whatever. That's dumb. So we got a little bit of a dig, deep dig, but he's going to change it up. Quarterback literally just gives him the jump ball every time, and it looks like he just makes every single contested catch. Screenplay here. Just let him run. Touchdown, 6. So it looks like a staple point of this offense, which makes sense because he's a 5-star, so just basically let this do whatever he wants. And just throw the fade ball every chance that you get. It looks like he's just beating dudes consistently. So we haven't seen much route diversification so far. We've seen him line up at different positions, though, which is very nice to see. Yeah. I mean, his hands are undeniable, and the body control on that catch too, back shoulder, is very nice. I like to see that. So that's what we've kind of concluded so far. This dude's got great hands. They snapped the ball. Okay, no. Play action, double covered. He's just running, triple covered now, double. He's got 3 people in his area. Oh my gosh! So he makes every catch. I mean, it's justified. It's 6'4". Go up and get that ball. Use your size. So I like that. That's undeniable for a player like him. Here we got a corner route. Nice snag. So the route running isn't really popping off to me that much. It seems like he's more of a outside X receiver, Z receiver on the strong side, and just, throw the ball up to him. I mean, it's a 70-30 with him, 80-20 with him. It's not a 50-50 ball. So that's very nice to see. I like him using his size and his weight. I mean, he's at a perfect size for a college wide receiver right now, 210, 6'4". So this was a touchdown, okay? So we got a split look. There we go with a little bit of route look. Underthrown ball. QB's kind of selling him, but he's just going to take off with this, just break tackles. I don't what's Huddle doing here. It's fine, though. Yeah, I'm glad that he mentioned that it was a touchdown, but Nice corner. I mean, a post route out of him. I actually want to look at this one more time. So he kind of sets up this DB. The DB's hips are kind of pointed towards the sideline. I like how he manipulates a little bit, puts his foot in the ground, makes a great cut and a great catch with the underthrown ball. So we'll just skip forward a little bit. I like how he catches everything with his hands too. That's very nice to see out of a wide receiver, because not that body catching is necessarily bad, but you want strong hands out of a receiver. So we got a weak side look, just running across the field. That was an interesting clip. But he's a touchdown scoring machine, which is very nice to see. Here we go with the slot look again. So he likes to line up. So I'm guessing this is probably a corner route because they're in the red zone. It just kind of looks like a broken play. Yeah. Readily available for his quarterback. Yeah, on this weak side, he's typically lined up in the slot position. Is this a corner? No. Broken route. Fantastic catch. This dude's a baller either way. I just am not very impressed with his route running skills, which, again, isn't bad. I think his hands alone and his deep ball threat ability, the ability to take the top off a defense, is 100% deserving of the 5-star rating, just because we've seen him go up and consistently baptize guys. His quarterback just says, screw it, Cederian's down there somewhere. That's disgusting. He's giving me George Pickens, T. Higgins, stuff like that. Broken route, corner. It seems like every time he's lined up in that, oh my gosh. It seems like every time he's lined up at that slot position on the weak side, somewhere near the end zone, he's running a corner route, most likely to get a one-on-one with a safety or a cornerback. Got a little bit of hitch out of him. So we'll watch a couple more highlights here. Let's see it. So slot look again on the right side this time. Play action, broken route. He's just going to find the soft spot. It's a great play. So he understands coverage and where to find the soft spot in the defense, which I like. Hands catch, across the middle, toss a little baby out of the way, go get some few extra yards. All right, we'll watch one more highlight here. Impress me, Cederian, even though he already has, but I want to see something crazy on this last one. Just runs right through. Stops on it. Okay. I'm so glad that we got to see that, because we haven't really seen that throughout this video. But let's really pay attention to this comeback route here. I want to see him really sell vertical. Yep. Snaps down. Great out-of-frame catch. He's got great vision, too, it seems like. I love that. So, Cederian Morgan, route runner, kind of iffy. I think as time will go on, he'll probably definitely develop his feet and become more of a route runner, as he kind of primarily looks to be that number one guy at wherever college he decides to go to. But, right now, just based off pure deep ball threat ability and hands, we saw him line up at the slot too, but he's running more of like these deep routes, these deep posts, these deep corners in the red zone, these fade balls. It's basically just, hey, if I'm in trouble, just throw it up to Cederian Morgan, and, it's a 80% chance that he catches the ball and embarrasses the corner. So, that's fantastic. You love to see that out of your number one guy. So we'll pull up his scouting report here real quick. Let's just take a look. Gabe Brooks, welcome back. Got so many ads here, man. Get out of here. Okay, whatever. I want to pause that. Whatever. Okay, screw it. Gabe Brooks, evaluation echoes that of a luxury sports car. Big, smooth, and powerful. Plays with obvious horsepower accompanied by some encouraging physical refinement and nuance in regards to fluidity and locomotion. Gosh, the scouting report's vocabulary recently has been off the charts. But we're managing, guys. Dominant in contested scenarios as a consistent high pointer who exploits a significant physical advantages versus smaller defenders. Owns an enormous catch radius that gives a QB a large target throughout the route tree. Immensely productive with huge receiving numbers and even some limited defensive reps. Excellent multi-sport profile that includes averaging a double-double in hoops, an Alabama 6A high jump silver medal, and a 21.74 200-meter rep. So the dude can run too, which is nice. Size and track speed suggest that another top-end gear in pads exists, and therefore consistent downfield separation ability. Shows encouraging short to intermediate route snap and leveraging ability, especially considering size. Uniquely gifted pass-catching target with outstanding physical tools and athletic chops. projects as a high major impact player with traits that suggest long-term NFL draft high round potential. So again, if you've been watching a couple of the other videos, there again we see the NFL draft high round potential, which is pretty common with these 24/7 scouting reports. But I really like it. I like how he kind of talked about it, how the track speed will eventually come into his body frame, because he did say that the speed will come into pads and it will exist eventually. And that's very, very nice for creating downfield separation. I think the route running kind of concerns me. Now, there was 13 minutes of highlights, so could there be some more route running highlights in there? Yes, but I think the potential for him to be more of a route runner rather than just a deep ball threat, because I'm kind of concerned that, however, it's good for the offense. It might be a little bit damaging to him if they constantly just put like a deep corner who's lined up kind of, more like 6 to 8 yards deep. And then they also put like a safety kind of always hovering above him, not letting Cederian break their defense on a deep ball. So I would like to see him become more of a developed route runner, because with his speed, with his track background, and then also just his hands and his deep ball ability, I think if he becomes a very dynamic route runner, he's going to be very, very, very dangerous at the next level. So I'm very intrigued to see where he goes. CM1, coming July 2nd. Let's hop into his Twitter. I want to see if he has any top fours or anything. It looks like, okay, yeah, he's got a couple. So he's got Auburn, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Colorado, and Clemson. So July 2nd. We'll be intrigued to see where he goes and who lands the 6'4", 210-pound monster animal at the wide receiver position. So that is Cederian Morgan. I did not pull that up. I'll let y'all look at that. My bad. July 2nd. There's the offers. There's the show right there. I really like that. So Cederian Morgan, very impressed. Again, we're very intrigued to see how that route running ability it comes to play in his senior year, and then where eventually he decides to go to college. So my name is Ben Ledoux. You can follow my socials, X and Instagram at BallByBen, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace, y'all.